Okay, today on the workbench, what we have here is Bunny, the Busy Secretary. Apparently 1950s vintage, Japan, modern toys. Runs on 2 D cells, sent to me because it wasn't running. And the main problems started with was connections with the batteries was poor. So I had to readjust the spring-loaded of the 2 battery clips so that they were making a better connection. And at that point, when I would turn it on, switch is right here, I would get one eye to light. And later I found that this eye wasn't burned out. It just has a hard time making a connection. Now they screw in, they're in screw sockets. So when that one doesn't light, you just gotta tighten it up a little bit more. I don't like putting glue on the threads and sticking them in there. It's easier just to tighten them up a little bit. So after taking the toy apart, which basically meant the motor and everything, the gearbox is all inside here. This is just a frame. There isn't much going on here other than one lever that controls the arm and makes the head turn a little bit. So the motor is in here, and basically this Busy Secretary punches these buttons. These numbers change here, and this number continually changes here until the phone rings over here. So there is a bell, and the phone rings, then it lifts the phone up to its ear as if it's talking on the phone, puts the phone back down, and then starts working on the adding machine again. Repeats the functions. I added a ground wire between the switch and the main frame, because the way this worked right now is they brought the negative up, and when you move this, it simply connected the ground to this piece of metal. And of course then this piece of metal, actually it said separate piece of metal in there, that separate piece of metal is connected to this piece of metal, this piece of metal is connected to the base, then the base is connected to these 4 tabs, and those 4 tabs go to the frame, and then the motor is connected to the frame. So there's a lot of places where you can lose voltage in connection. By adding a ground wire right from that switch to the motor, you can assure that you're going to get full power to that. So here's the function. The bell already rang, and talking on the phone. And now when the phone goes down here shortly, it's going to start running that again. Probably be hard to hear the bell. Now where's the bell? Answers the phone, turns the head, getting ready to come back and work on the old adding machine. See, even the numbers in the front change. And that's the functions of the Bunny, the Busy Secretary.